Welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. Today I would like to share with you a beginner-friendly Vinyasa flow that you can do anytime during the day or in the morning when you're waking up. We'll begin the practice from our knees position, warming up our wrists. So slowly transition to your knees and sit on your heels, taking a moment to tune in and observe how you feel at the beginning of the practice. Beginning to connect to your breath. Trying to let go anything that doesn't serve you, any unnecessary thoughts. As you inhale, allowing your belly to expand, the ribs to expand, and exhale, gently contract. When you're ready, slowly lean forward and curl the toes for a moment and stretch the soles of the feet. And you can gently rock from side to side and observe how your feet feel. Try to stretch your feet every day. And then slowly lean forward and relax the toes, point and flex. And find your tabletop position, keeping your hips above the knees. Press the lower legs into the mat. Spread the fingers, keep your palms under the shoulders, and begin moving your shoulders in a circular motion and press the whole palms into the mat. Imagine you are sort of grabbing the earth, the mat, as if you are trying to grab a ball. So you press the knuckles, the base of the wrist, the tips of the fingers into the mat. And reversing the movement. And now slowly rotate the fingertips to face the knees. Keep your fingers spread. Press the tips of the fingers into the mat. And slowly begin shifting the hips back. And you can do gentle pulses, but try not to peel the base of the wrist. Press the whole palms into the mat. And slowly reverse and release. Shake. And bring the tops of the palms to the floor, directing the fingertips towards the knees. Spread the fingers and press the nails into the mat. And when you're ready, begin shifting the hips back. And again, try not to peel the wrists of the mat. Breathing and controlling. And you can explore little shifts from side to side, very, very tiny. And then slowly begin peeling the palms off the mat, and you're beginning to press the fingers into the mat and moving the tops of the palms to the front of the room. And feeling a nice stretch in your fingers. And because the thumb and pinky fingers are a little shorter, you may have to lean to the side. And play with rolling it up and down. And observe how it feels. And then slowly rise up, and you can open and close the fingers, create knuckles, and begin moving in a circular motion. Shaking. And now slowly move your forearms in a circular direction, waking up your elbows. And then moving your whole arm, waking up your shoulders. And observe how your shoulders feel today, your neck. And now slowly transition to your tabletop and begin moving in your cats and cows. Press the palms and shins into the mat. Find your neutral spine. Keep your neck long. And begin drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs, directing it towards the front and ribs. And as you push the floor away from you, roll the biceps out, tuck the chin. Feel nice rounding in your back. Inhale, begin moving the pubic bone to the floor and back, finding an arch in your lower back, middle back, upper back as you lift through the heart and squeeze an imaginary ball between the shoulder blades. Roll the biceps out. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and round. And inhale, find your arch. Exhaling and rounding. Inhale, find your arch. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And slowly return to neutral. And now lift your right arm, bringing the weight towards the left palm. Circle the right arm up to the ceiling and begin finding a twist in your chest. Rotate the chest to the right, reach your palm back as you feel a nice squeeze in your middle back, and circle the right arm down to the floor. And again, a couple of moves forward. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep your back straight. Inhale up. Exhale down. Slowly shift the hips back. Lift your left palm up and lower your right palm down to the floor next to the toes or on top of the block, and begin lifting the hips. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and lifting your left arm, circle it to the right, back and up, and find a nice stretch at the front of your hips, your belly, your chest. Exhale, circle the left arm back and right, lowering the hips down and slowly returning back to your tabletop. Bring the right palm to the floor and lift the left arm up. And begin circling the left arm up to the ceiling. Push the right arm into the mat. Reach your left palm back, down and forward. As you inhale up, feel a nice squeeze in your middle back. Down, forward inhale, and circle, exhale, all the way down. One more time, inhale up. Try not to move the hips. Back and down. And now send the hips back. Bring your left palm to the floor next to the toes or on top of the block. Draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Circle the right arm to the left and begin lifting the hips. Push the glutes forward and up, and find a nice stretch in your hip flexors, your belly, your chest. And exhale, circle the right arm back to the left as you lower the hips down. And when you're ready, transition into your child's pose. Observing any subtle changes in your body, in the energy. Keep your arms extended. Inhale, slowly begin lifting the hips and moving your chest to the front, threading it between the palms, lifting the elbows up to the ceiling and finding yourself on your belly and your hips. Find your cobra. Press the feet into the mat. Keep lengthening through the spine, and maybe you can lift the palms off the mat. Inhale and exhale, lower the palms down, push the palms into the mat, lift the torso, send the hips back, child's pose. And we will move a couple of times forward and back. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Keep your elbows, keep your forearms parallel to one another. Lengthening, lift through the heart. And exhale, shift the hips back and down. Find your child's pose. Inhale, sliding forward, lift through the heart. You can lift the palms if you wish, engage the core. And exhale down and move the hips back into your child's pose. One more time, inhale, moving to the front, lift through the heart. Maybe lift the palms, keep your neck long, draw your shoulders down. Exhale, bring the palms to the floor, send the hips back, find your child's pose. From here, lift the hips, curl the toes, and transition into your inverted V, into your downward dog. Spread the fingers, press the whole palms into the mat, and reach the heels down. And observe how your downward dog feels. If the heels are not touching the floor, that's completely fine. Slowly walk your dog, bending one knee at a time, reaching the opposite heel to the floor. Keep pushing the floor away from you. Spread the fingers and press the whole palm into the mat, engaged arms. And instead of sinking into the wrist, push the floor away. Observe how it feels in your back, in your legs. And breathe, inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Keeping your mouth closed. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step walk or jump if you're ready to the front of the mat. From here, micro bend the knees and grab opposite elbows and let your upper body be heavy. Let your head hang for a moment. You can swing your shoulders from side to side. Soften your face. Relax your eyelids, your cheeks, your jaw. Inhale and exhale, slowly let go of the hold on the palms. Straighten the right leg, keep your left knee bent, and begin rotating the chest to the right. You can have your left palm on the floor or the block, or maybe your left thigh, and circle the right arm back and up. Find the twist. Take the variation that works for you and observe what you feel on the outer edge of the leg. And if you feel that you're shifting the hips too far back, move them forward and align the hips over the heel. Observe the sensations. Inhale, exhale, circle the right arm back and down, and switch. Bend the right knee, keep your left leg straight, circle the left arm back and up, finding your twist, taking the variation that works for you. You can bring your right forearm on top of the right thigh and twist a little deeper. Shift the weight slightly forward to the ball of the foot. Inhale and exhale, circle the left arm back and down. Rotate to face the front of the room. When you're ready, engage the core. Inhale and exhale, scoop the pubic bone towards the ribs. Connect to your pelvic floor and the core, and slowly begin rising up. Stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Rising up to standing, aligning the knees over the ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, crown of the head over the spine, and focus on your third eye. Observe the balance. Gently draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. Feel nice lengthening here at the front of the hips. And relax through your shoulders. Bring your feet together. Directing the kneecaps to the front of the room. When you're ready, inhale, lift the arms up and find a back bend. You can micro bend the knees and focus on the back bending in your middle back and keeping your low back safe. Exhale, slowly begin folding down. If your knees need to be bent, keep them bent, but focus on your back being straight. And when you're ready, folding all the way down, reaching the palms to touch the floor or the shins. Inhale, lifting the chest halfway up, lengthen through your back. Exhale, step your feet back, finding your plank. And exhale, lower the knees down, lower the chest between the palms and let your hips stick up in the air. And when you're ready, slowly uncurl the toes, extend the torso, finding your cobra. Draw your shoulders back and down, press the feet into the mat. Exhale, extend the arms, send the hips back, find your child's pose. Inhale, lengthen through the right arm and walk the palms all the way to the left. And as you do it, your hips may want to follow you. So don't do it. Reverse the hips back, glue them towards the heels, and keep stretching through the right side of the body. And breathe, expand the right ribs. Breathe into the lower back. Keep your right palm on the mat where it is. Don't move the hips. And the left arm is circling back and up. And you find a nice twist. And again, observe where you feel it. Keep your neck long, shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, lower your left arm down and return it back to the front. Reversing both palms to the center. And now lengthen through the left side. Move your left palm forward and work the fingertips all the way to the right. Keep your hips over the heels and breathe, expanding the ribs. Feel the left side stretching as you breathe in. Breathe into the lower back, into your belly. And if you really focus on the breath and let the diaphragm move, you will feel the sit bones expanding also. When you're ready, you can lift the base of the left wrist. Begin rotating the chest to the right and circle the right arm back and up as high as you can. And keep twisting, sending your right shoulder back. And try not to do this. Draw your shoulder back and down away from your ear. And your left palm is helping you to twist a little deeper. Focus on rotating your left ribs to the right side. And you can continue. You can lower your right palm down to the floor and then return it to the front and slowly walk the fingertips back to the center and sink into the child's pose. Breathe into the middle back, letting the back ribs expand, the side ribs expand on both sides. Relax your jaw, your face muscles. When you're ready, press the palms into the mat, lift the hips, curl the toes, and transition into your downward dog. You can lift the knees and begin moving the chest, the belly towards the thighs first, and then extend the legs and reach the heels down. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step walk, or maybe you can jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, extending your legs, lifting your chest halfway up, keep your neck long. Exhale, slowly folding down wherever you are. If you need to, micro-bend the knees. Inhaling, slowly rising up, finding your back bend. Lift through the heart. If you wish, you can bend the knees. Exhale, slowly return to neutral. Inhale, lift the arms up, find your back bend. Exhale, slowly begin folding down, bending at your hip creases and keeping your back as straight as possible. And if you feel that if you keep your knees straight, your back is beginning to round, then bend the knees and straighten the back. And keep folding down, bringing your belly as close to the thighs as possible. Reach the palms to the floor or the shins. Inhale. Lift the chest halfway up. And exhale, fold, maybe a little deeper. Maybe your legs can straighten a little more. Inhale, lift the chest half, yeah. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest half, yeah. Exhale, fold. Bring the palms to the floor. Inhale, step your right foot back into lunge. Exhale, lower the right knee down. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms up, sink in the hips, lifting through the heart. And exhale, frame the front foot. Step your left foot back into plank. Shift the shoulders slightly forward and lower down your knees, chest and chin. Let your hips stick up in the air. Inhale, extend the toes. Uncurl the toes, extend the torso, find your cobra. Draw your shoulders down. Press the palms into the mat, lift the hips, extend the arms, shift the hips back, find your child's pose. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, curl the toes, find your downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Keep your leg straight and the hip squared, flex the foot. And pulse for 5. 1, 2, 3. Keep reaching your left heel down. 4, 5. Bend the right knee. Begin moving into the plank as you bring the right thigh towards the chest. And now step your right foot in between the palms. Lower your left knee down, sink the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up as you sink the hips even lower, lifting through the heart, finding your back bend. Engage the core. Exhale, frame the foot, lift your back knee up and step your right foot back into plank. And you can do the previous variation with your knees, chest and chin. You can try lowering down to your knees, shifting the shoulders slightly forward, bend the elbows 90 degrees, and this is your mini chaturanga. Or you can lift the knees, send the heels back, find your chaturanga. And then lower the hips down, finding your cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Extend the arms, send the hips back, find your child's pose. Inhale, lift the hips, curl the toes. Exhale, find your downward dog. Spread the fingers, press the whole palms into the mat. Engage the legs, lift the kneecaps up, engage the quadriceps. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And pulse the left leg to the ceiling for 5. 4, keep your hips squared. 3, flex the foot. 4, 5, exhale, bend the left knee. Gaze between the palms, shift the shoulders forward into plank and squeeze the left thigh into the chest. And now try to extend the left foot and step the foot between the palms. If it doesn't happen, maybe you place it here, just help yourself with the left palm to move it forward. Lower the right knee down, sink in the hips, inhale, extending the arms and finding your back bend, lift through the heart. Engage the glutes. Inhale, engage the core, and exhale, frame the front foot. Step your left foot back into plank. And take your knees, chest, chin, or the variation of the chaturanga from the knees. Or you can shift the shoulders forward, grab the floor, roll the biceps out, push forward through the heels, keep your neck long, and begin bending the elbows 90 degrees. Squeeze the elbows into the ribs. And now extend the torso, extend through the front line, uncurl the toes. Keep your hips off the mat. Exhale, curl the toes, engage the glutes and the core, and shift the hips back and up into downward dog. Take 3 deep inhales and exhales here. 1. Push the floor away from you and reach the heels down. 2. 3. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step walk, or maybe you can jump to the front of the mat. Inhaling, lifting the chest halfway up. Exhaling, folding down. Inhaling, slowly rising up to standing, finding your back bend. Exhale, return to neutral. Take a moment to observe the energy. You can focus on your third eye, keeping your eyes closed. Observe the balance. Observe the connection of your feet to the earth. When you're ready, slowly inhale, lifting the arms up, finding your back bend variation. Exhale, slowly begin folding down. Keep your back as straight as possible, micro-bending the knees if needed. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Shift the weight slightly forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your left foot all the way back. And exhale, lower the left knee down, find your lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up, find your back bend, sink the hips, engage the core and the glutes, stretch through the front line. Engage the core, exhale, slowly. Frame the front foot, lift your back knee up, step your right foot back into plank. Lower down to your knees, chest and chin. Or maybe knees, and bend the elbows 90 degrees, and then lift the knees, chaturanga, and then from here you can extend the torso, find your upward dog or cobra, and curl the toes, lengthen through the front line. Try to keep your heels together. Engage the core, curl the toes, engage the glutes, shift the hips back, downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here, observe the sensations. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Keep your hips squared. And now open the hip. Rotate the knee out to the right side. Lift the right leg higher. Bend the right knee, point the toes behind you. And now slowly shift the shoulders forward as if you're moving into plank. And now keep twisting in your waist. Lower your left heel down and lower your right foot to the floor as close to the left palm as possible. And begin pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Engage the glutes. Push through the ball of the right foot. And find your wild thing pose. Find your gentle back bend. Push through your left palm into the mat. Push the floor away from you. Exhale, slowly transition back into your one-legged dog. Lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee. Step the foot to the front. Keep your back heel lifted and rise up into your high lunge. Bend the left knee for a moment and now draw the pubic bone towards the ribs. And now push your left heel to the back of the room. Observe what happened in your quadricep. Relax through your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Lift through the heart. Breathe. And exhale very slowly. Begin lowering your left knee all the way down in a controlled way. Sink the hips, lift through the heart, find your back bend, engage the glutes. Inhale and exhale, slowly rise up and find the twist. Bring your elbow to the outside of the knee, palms together, and send your right shoulder back. Find your twist. Focus on rotating your left ribs to the right. Observe the sensations in your back. Soften your face, keep your neck long. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Rotate the chest to the front. And now lower the left palm down to the floor. Circle the right arm back and up. Find the twist here. And maybe find your quadricep stretch. Slowly shift the weight forward. Try to bring the weight forward above the kneecap on the left leg. And begin lifting your left heel. First, flex the foot, engage the glute and hamstring, and reach the heel to the glute. And then you can use the towel, the belt, or the palm to maybe bring the foot a little closer to the glute. Stay twisted. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Very slowly release the hold on the foot and bring your right palm to frame the front foot. Shift the hips back and focus on bending finding a hinge at the left hip to release the hip. And lift the right toes, lengthen in your back. You can use the blocks under the palms or maybe stay on your fingertips if you're not able to bring the palms to the floor. Keep lengthening in your back. Direct the sit bones to the back of the room. And begin closing the gap between your belly and your thighs. And you can play with rolling the foot out and in. Out and in. And try not to swing the hips. It's just the thigh bone and the lower leg moving with the foot. And now move back into your lunge. Frame the front foot. Step your right foot back into plank. And exhale, find your chaturanga variation. Knees, chest, chin. Or maybe full chaturanga. Push through the heels forward as if you're getting on your tippy toes in your plank. Roll the biceps out. Begin bending the elbows and squeeze the arms into your ribs. Inhale, extend the torso, uncurl the toes. Keep your feet together. Try not to flare the heels out. Engage the glutes. Exhale, slowly move the heels back. Lift the hips up. Downward dog. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. Keep reaching your right heel down to the floor, straightening the leg. Keep your hips squared for a moment. Visualize you're trying to move an imaginary wall behind you. Push your left heel and foot to the back of the room. And keep reaching your right heel down. Inhale, externally rotate the left hip. Rotate the knee to face the side of the room. Lift your left leg higher. And now bend the knee. Point the toes behind you. If you're ready to move into your wild thing pose, slowly shift the shoulders forward and begin twisting in your waist, rotating your right heel to the right edge of the mat and descending your left foot down to the floor. And from here, you're pushing through the ball of the left foot, engage the glutes, squeeze the glutes, and push the hips up and find your back bend. Open the heart. Lift the hips higher. Push your right palm into the mat, push the floor away from you. And slowly begin bending through the right knee, lowering the hips, and transitioning into your one-legged dog. Exhale, bend the left knee, and step the foot all the way to the front. Keep your back heel lifted. Imagine you're trying to squeeze a block or a ball in between your thighs. Find your balance. Keep sending your right heel back, gaze to the front, and then slowly begin lifting your torso, extending your arms up to the ceiling. Draw your shoulders down. Keep your neck long, shoulders away from your ears. Bend the right knee and draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, and then send your right heel back and observe if anything changed here. Keep squeezing an imaginary block between your thighs and softening through your shoulders. You can roll the biceps out. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, begin bending the right knee and descending the knee all the way down in a controlled way. Sinking the hips, uncurling the right toes, and lifting through the heart and finding your back bend. Engage the core. Inhale, rise back up. Keep your glutes engaged and find the twist. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee and twist. Or if the elbow is not hooking, you can use the forearm and find your twist. You can gaze back and breathing, surrendering in your pose. Inhale and exhale, slowly release the twist and frame the front foot. Keep your right palm on the mat. Circle the left arm back and up as you twist. And now you can move your right knee a little more to the back of the room, trying to bring the weight above the kneecap. Use extra cushion under the knee and begin flexing the foot and engage the right glute and bring the heel as close to the glute as possible. And now you can point the toes and reach your left palm back, and maybe you can find the foot. Use the belt or towel if needed and stay twisted. Soften your face, relax the jaw. Inhale and exhale, slowly let go of the hold. Bring your left palm to the floor, frame your front foot and slowly shift the hips back and find a hinge at the front of the right hip and lifting your left toes. Relaxing here, and now you can lift through the heart, direct the sit bones back, and you will feel lengthening and some sensations in your left hamstring. Be very careful with the hamstring. Engage the glutes and push the left heel into the mat as you fold down. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Use the blocks under the palms. And you can play with rolling the foot to the left and back, left and back, and observe how it feels. Left and back. And now bend the front knee, sink the hips. Step your left foot back into plank and find your Vinyasa variation. Shift the shoulders forward. Maybe you can lower down to your knees and then bend the elbows and then lift the knees. Extend the arms. Find your upward dog or cobra. Exhale, engage the core and the glutes, curl the toes, and now shift the hips back and up. Downward dog. Take 5 deep inhales and exhales. Spread the fingers, push the floor away from you. So visualize you're trying to break the floor. You're pushing the palms into the mat, and it helps you to move your shoulders away from the wrists. Reach the heels down, engage the quadriceps, and slightly roll the inner thighs inward, outer thighs outward to the front. Breathe. When you're ready, slowly gaze between the palms, soften through your elbows, bend the knees, lower the knees down and shift the hips back, find your child's pose. Wrists, shake your wrists and lower your forehead down. When you're ready, slowly begin rising up, lifting your torso up and transition to sit on your hips. Extend your left leg, keep your right knee bent. Lift the arms up, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, find the twist. Flex your left foot and squeeze your right thigh in towards the chest. As you press your right palm into the mat, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, begin rotating your left ribs to the right side of the room and find your twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, slowly release the twist. And lower your right knee down to the floor. Bring your right sole of the foot towards the inner left thigh. Square the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, leading with the heart. Begin reaching your belly, your chest towards the thigh. So maybe you are here, and if you feel enough of a stretch here, stay here. Keep drawing your right knee down. Keep working on straightening your back as you compress the belly to the thigh. Maybe you are here. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you can go a little lower. Remember, this is your practice. This is your journey. It's not about how it looks. It's about the sensations. It's about how you feel. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, slowly return to neutral. And now bend the left knee, bring the foot in. Keep your feet together, open your knees out to the side and pulse the knees like a butterfly. Lift through the heart. And now when you're ready, lift the right knee and extend your right leg out. Lift the left knee. Inhale, lifting your arms. Keep your back as straight as possible. Exhale, find the twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate your right ribs to the left side and find a nice twist. Help yourself with your right arm to twist a little deeper. Your left palm is pushing into the mat. So all of us have different body proportions. Some have a little shorter arms or maybe longer waists, and maybe you cannot touch the palm. So I have to stay only on my fingertips because I cannot reach. If I do, I will lean. Some of you may have longer arm, so you can just move it a little further so that you could have a nice and long neck and relaxed shoulders. Inhale, keep lengthening through the crown of the head up, and exhale, find your twist. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. And when you are ready, lower your left knee down and keep your left sole of the foot touching your inner right thigh as you direct the left knee to the floor. Lengthen, lift through the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up. Relax through your shoulders and exhale, begin leading with the heart. Begin compressing your belly towards the thigh, lowering your chest towards the knee. Wherever you are, maybe you have to pause here and breathe. Try not to do this. Keep your neck long, send your shoulders back and down. Maybe you can go a little lower as you exhale. And keep squaring the hips. Visualize as if you're pulling your right thigh bone into the hip and kind of moving your left hip to the front. And it's helping you to engage the core. And maybe compress a little lower shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, return to neutral. Bend the right knee and lower the knees down. Open your feet like a book. Pulse one more time, lift through the heart. And now slowly begin drawing the pubic bone towards the ribs. So you're closing the gap here, compressing your belly. And you're beginning to round your lower back, middle back, upper back, tucking the chin and rounding as much as you can, sending your vertebrae to the back of the room. And maybe your movement is not going to be too big. And then slowly begin reversing. Rotate the pubic bone forward and down to the floor, lengthen through your belly and lifting through the heart. And maybe you can add a gentle arch. Exhale, draw the pubic bone towards the ribs and round. And inhale, find your arch. And exhale, round. And inhale, begin with the pubic bone. And then lower back, middle back, upper back, find your arch. And slowly return to neutral. Lift the knees up. And find the weight between your sit bones and the tailbone, somewhere in between. And imagine you're trying to kind of grab a little ping pong ball or a small egg with your pelvic floor. And it's when you do it, you feel the proper engagement in your core and your pelvic floor, and then your legs sort of become weightless, and you can try to find your boat, half boat. Extend the arms. Maybe you can extend one leg and then switch. Or maybe you can try extending both, squeeze your inner thighs and feet into one another. Exhale, bend the knees and bring the palms at the back of your thighs and slowly draw the pubic bone towards the ribs, scoop the pubic bone towards the ribs, around your lower back, middle back, upper back, tucking the chin and roll all the way down. And you can rock forward and back. And slowly lower all the way down. Extend your legs, you can point and flex. And if you're next to the wall, you can rotate, bring the legs next to the wall. And now bend your knees and drag the knees towards your outer ribs. And with your index and middle finger, grab your big toes and drag the knees to the floor. You can gently rock from side to side. Maybe touching one knee to the floor and then the other. And now slowly begin bringing your feet together. Keep your knees open out to the side. And now lower the feet down to the floor, close to the hips, and open your knees out for your supine butterfly. And extend the arms. Relax through your shoulders, closing your eyes. Feeling the gravity pull your thighs towards the floor. melting into the mat. And if you're ready, you can extend the legs. Scanning your body to make sure each and every part, each and every cell is completely relaxed. Relaxing your ankles, your shins, your calf muscles. Relaxing your thighs. Your hips. Your back muscles, your ribs, your vertebrae. Relaxing your shoulder blades, your shoulders, your arms, your palms, your fingers. Relaxing your skull, your face muscles, your eyelids, your jaw and your lips. You can stay in Savasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready to finish the practice with me, you can slowly begin waking up your toes, your fingers. Bending your knees. Maybe hugging the knees. And slowly rolling to your right side for your fetal position. And when you're ready, slowly rising up to seated, keeping your eyes closed, staying connected to your practice. Taking a moment to reflect how your body feels after the practice, if there are any changes in the way your mind feels, your heart, your body. Thank you guys for joining me for this class. I hope you enjoyed the sequence and everything was accessible to you today. If there was something that didn't seem to be perfect, don't worry, it's a journey, it's a process. Just keep practicing, your body will get used to the moves, will be acquainted with what's coming next, and the flow will be a little bit more smooth for you. Please share with your friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Until we practice again, Namaste.